This video we're going to be talking about draw stops for the Revolt and the Revolt X. We're not going to go over the actual install of the stops in this video. If you want to learn more about that and what our stops will do for you, go to the Bowtech Revolt X Draw Stop install. I'll leave a link in the description down below. That'll tell you exactly how to put these stops in and some of the terms that are referred to as we talk about it. This video we're going to go over specifically the stops for the Revolt and Revolt X, and we're going to be talking about the kind of performance you can expect from those stops. For the Revolt series of bows, we have created the AR size, the BR size. We also sell it as the ABR Pro Pack, which combines both sizes together in one package. The AR one dot side will act the same as the factory bead-end stop. From that size, we have three larger sides on the AR size stop, and then it continues directly to the BR size stop. Before we get to the numbers, we're going to talk about a few specifics just for the Revolt series bows. If you're a 31-inch draw length shooter and you're using the B size stop, we need to make sure that we clear this little notch on the cam. There's a step on the cam that the module rides on, and that should straddle in the stop. So when you install it, make sure that the stop is sitting flat on the large part of the cam. As you can see, there's on the four-sided stop, there is interference here, but when you set the stop to the correct position, there's going to be no problem using all four sides of the stop. As we look at the stop and you're looking for size recommendations, when we do our numbers, we're going to be in the 29-inch draw length. We're going to use both comfort and performance on the module, so you'll have an idea of how the stops perform on it. And if you look from 29 inches down to 26, our hole spacing gets closer. So all the numbers that we go over at 29 inches, it'll be a little faster acting at the shorter draw length. One last note, if you're shooting on the performance side of the flip disc, I would recommend getting some mute stuff for the stops. The mute stuff will wrap right around the stop, and what that's going to do is that's going to silence that stop down. This bow seems to slam into the stops very fast on the performance side of the module. The comfort side doesn't seem as bad. For our test, we use the Revolt X, 57.7 pounds draw weight, 29 inches in draw length on the comfort setting of the flip disc. This is the factory stop that has already been beat in, and the module's at 29, the stop's at 29. Our holding weight is 7.6 pounds, making the bow an 87% let off bow. When you go forward, it goes to 6.9 pounds, and that's 88% let off. So this is actually how the bow reacts when you shoot it, because that's going forward is the arrow leaving the bow, not you drawing it back. This is installing the AR one dot side, which is the smallest. It acts the same as the factory, 7.6 pounds, 87%. Now you ask, why would you install just the AR on the one dot side when you already have a factory stop? And that comes into the wall of the bow. The wall will change when you install the AR stop. This is how I'd like to put numbers to the wall firmness. When you add an additional pound of holding weight, or you're actually pulling in at 8.6 pounds instead of the 7.6 pounds, the string's going to move 1/16 of an inch with the factory stop. When you install an AR stop, it's going to move 1/32 of an inch, 1/2 of the distance. 7/64 is at 2 pounds, and we're only moving 1/16 with the AR. So it continues on, it's about half the distance, and I do this all the way up to 5 pounds, where we're pulling back 13/64 extra with the factory stop. And the AR, it's only moving back 1/8 of an inch. So I would describe this as, it's a firmer wall. My feeling to it is it's more defined. You draw the bow back and it comes to the wall and you know it's there, then you can start executing your shot. When we rotate the stop to the two dot side, our holding weight goes up to 8.3 pounds, 86% let off, and our length drops down 1/16 of an inch. When we rotate to the three dot side, our holding weight goes up to 9.1 pounds, 84%, and we lose 1/8 of an inch. When we use the largest side of the AR stop, we go to 10.0 pounds of holding weight, 83% let off, 3/16 of an inch shorter. When we use the smallest side of the BR stop in the 29-inch module, 29-inch stop setting, we go to 10.6 pounds, 82% let off, and we lose 1/4 of an inch. When we use the 2-dot side of the BR, we go to 11.4 pounds of holding weight, 80% let off, that's making you legal in a few states, and then 5/16 shorter in the draw length. When we're using the 3-dot side of the BR stop, we go to 12.5 pounds of holding weight, 78% let off, and we lose 11/32 in our length. When we use the largest side of the BR stop, the 4-dot side, we go to 13.4 pounds of holding weight, 77% let off, and we lose 13/32 in our draw length. If you look, our holding weights go up nice and smooth on the comfort setting. There's no drastic jumps in holding weight where the cam gets really radical. So a lot of these, if you like what you see in any of these spots, is pretty shootable. Our lengths go up pretty consistent, or lengths shorten pretty consistently. And again, the BR 2-dot sides gives you the 80% at 29 inches in draw length. As we go to different draw lengths, so if we go to a shorter draw length, things are going to happen a little faster. So when we jump to the 2-dot, our percent let off is going to drop a little bit faster. When we go to longer draw lengths, 30, 31 inches, everything happens a little bit slower. So you might have to run a bigger stop at 30 inches than you do at 29 to achieve the same type of results. So when we go a long peg dispo, which I don't highly recommend, we would go start with the 2-dot side for the 29-inch draw length. We would run our module in 29 and our stop in 29.5. Our holding weight drops down to 6.4 pounds, giving us 89% let off. When we use the smallest side of the BR, we get 5.5 pounds of holding weight, 90% let off, and 60 thousandths longer in our length. I really would not recommend long pegging. I would typically just shorten the bow. So if you need to be longer than what you're shooting, I would increase your draw length and then shorten it up with one of these stops. So those were the comfort numbers. Let's take a look at the performance side of this. So this is for the performance side of the Revolt X. Our draw weight is about the same. The one thing to remember when you do flip to performance is that your draw length right off the bat is going to increase 1/8 of an inch. For a factory stop that has been beat in, it's going to be 29-inch on the module and 29-inch on the stop. In the performance setting, our holding weight is going to be 8.3, 86% let off. And the forward is going to be 7.2 pounds or 88%. That's where the bow is going to take off. So unlike the Realm X, the Revolt X is fairly similar to holding weight on performance or comfort. So the AR set on 1-dot, the smallest side, again is the same as the factory. So nothing changes down here. Our draw length doesn't change. The reason we would do that is to change the wall feeling. The AR on the 2-dot side gives us 9 pounds of holding weight, 84% let off, and shortens our draw length by 1/16 of an inch. The AR set on the 3-dot side gives us 10.6 pounds of holding weight, 82%, shortens our draw length by 1/8 of an inch. The AR on the 4-dot side gives us 11.6 pounds of holding weight, 80% let off, making you legal in a few states, and 9/64 of an inch shorter in your draw length. The BR with the 1-dot side, the smallest side of the BR, will give us 13 pounds of holding weight, 78% let off, 3/16 of an inch shorter. The 2-dot side of the BR will give us 13.7 pounds, 76% holding weight, and 1/4 inch shorter. And getting larger with the 3-dot side will give us 14.9 pounds, 74% let off, and 5/16 of an inch shorter in our draw length. Going to the largest side of the BR, we're going to get up to 16.5 pounds of holding weight, 72%, 3/8 of an inch draw length shorter. As you can see with the holding weight on the performance side, it goes up a lot more rapid. So it is a more aggressive holding bow. The draw length decreases about the same as what it did with the comfort setting. And again, the same as with the comfort setting, you could long peg this. We would run the BR on the 2 dot side, this for 29 inches. We would run 29.5 inch with that stop. It will yield 6.9 pounds of holding weight, 88% let off, and it'll give you a 1/32 of an inch draw length increase. And when we put the BR on 1 dot side in the 29.5 inch, we get a holding weight of 5.5 pounds, 91% let off, 1/16 of an inch increase in draw length. I would strongly discourage doing this. If you have problems holding the bow on performance, I would flip it to comfort. I think you'll be much happier with the results. You could probably increase the draw length a 1/2 inch on the comfort. So if you were shooting 29 inches, you could probably move everything up to 29.5. and then shorten it back down a little bit with the stops. You'll get a little easier bow to hold, and the speed of the bow will actually be about the same. But it's all about customizing it for you, so if that's what you like to do. That was an overview of the performance of the stops for the Revolt series bows. If you want to see how to install the stops or learn a bit more about our stops, go to the Revolt X install video. I'll leave a link in the description. Quick takeaway, we offer the AR size stop and the BR size stop only for this bow. We don't need the bigger ones because of the hole spacing in the cam is very close. If you're going to be running the flip disc on performance, I would recommend wrapping the stop in mute stuff. That'll take care of any clicking sound. The cams really roll over fast in performance. So our stops are available at lucky-stops.com. If you've got any questions, just email me. I will get back to you. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and learn about our stops.